Are you wondering why we are different from each other? Why I am different from you? Why is my perspective being different from the perspective of others? Let's talk about that. Human variation is just the fact that there are a variety of human or differences in or among the humans. So, meaning to say na kahit bestie mo pa yan, kapatid, nanay, magkaiba pa rin kayo. Kahit sa crush mo na kahit sabihin mong soulmate kayo, magkaiba pa rin kayo. Now, since that there is a human variation, there is also a variety for human culture. And this is called as cultural variation. Cultural variation, the variation in human conditions, promotes diversity and plurality in cultural traditions. This could lead to discrimination or ostracism. So let's define first the word culture. Ano ba yan? Culture is simply defined as the way of life. O ito ay ang tawag kung paano namumuhay ang isang tao or anuman. Yan. Kung ang tao ay may pagkakaiba, syempre meron din pagkakaiba sa culture nila. Maybe na magkaiba sila ng taste, ng trip sa buhay, goals, personality, estado sa buhay, religion, trip na kanta, trip panoorin, etc. Yun yung tinatawag na cultural variation. Yan, again, yung human variation, it only yung the fact that human is different from each other. And cultural variation naman ay merong iba't ibang culture. Kaya nga, sinabi dyan na plurality. Yan ay dahil hindi lang nag-iisa ang culture. Sana all. Yan, yung cultural variation ay nagli-lead sa discrimination. Another is ostracism, na napipil na ng isang tao yung pagiging alone or hindi siya belong sa isang grupo or society. Okay, next. Imagine that you are eating with your friend. Then, nakita mo na inuulam niya yung spaghetti. Kung hindi mo man trip yung ganitong culture, how will you respond to this situation? Now, if your reaction is,
"That is disgusting. Kadiri ka. My goodness. Inuulam mo yan?"
Yan. You are judging his culture based on your own culture. Kasi hindi mo naman gawain yung ganong kultura. And that is an example of ethnocentrism. So, ethnocentrism is a perspective that promotes an individual's culture as the most efficient and superior. Meaning, na sa tingin mo na mas tama ang culture nyo at hindi tama yung culture ng iba. Ayun yung ethnocentrism. Now, if you see how he likes that dish, yung spaghetti, it's not by you but how he like it. And you judge his culture by not comparing to your culture. And that is cultural relativism. Cultural relativism promotes the perspective that cultures must be understood in the context of their locality. Meaning na naiintindihan mo yung culture nila nang hindi niya compare or hindi ginajudge ng negative. Then also, human variation existing because of nationality and ethnicity. Nationality is the identity that is tied to being part of a nation or a country. Napadali lang yan. This is where country you belong at. Then ethnicity, these are the smaller cultural groups with the nation that share specific environments, tradition, and histories that are not necessarily subscribed by mainstream culture. Kung saan nabibilang ka na small group or ethnic group sa loob ng iisang bansa. Example, those Bicolano, Ilocano, mga Tagalog, Cebuano, or anuman. Kaya nga 'di ba may specific culture ang bawat ethnic group like sa foods, sa dialect, sa literature at iba pa. Then another factor for human variation is social differences. The differences among the individuals based on the social characteristics and qualities. One of these is socio-economic status. It refers to the category of person who have more or less same socio-economic privileges. Meaning this is the social standing or class, like lower class, middle class, or higher class. Now, next, under pa rin ang social differences, the gender and the sex. Pag sinabing gender, it refers to the socially constructed rules, behavior, activities, and attributes that a given society considered appropriate for men and women. Pag sinabi namang sex, sex is a biological characteristics of humans such as a male or female. Meaning, when we say sex, it refers to the biological differences kung anong genitals ang meron sila, kung panlalaki ba o pambabae. Next, gender ay mas mahirap i-define pero it can refer to the role of male or female in the society, yung role or preference. Kung sino ba yung nagugustuhan niya, kung ano ba yung tingin niya sa sarili niya. Yun yung gender. Now, speaking of nagugustuhan at tingin niya sa sarili niya, pag-usapan naman natin yung sexual orientation and gender identity. When we say sexual orientation, it describes a person enduring physical, romantic, or emotional attraction to another person. Or eto nga yung kung saan siya na-attract. Na-attract ba siya sa babae? Na-attract ba siya sa lalaki? Na-attract ba siya sa mga lesbian? Or ano man? Kapag gender identity naman, it is your own or internal personal sense of being a man or a woman. Or ito yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. Lalaki ba talaga ako? O lalaki dapat ako pero ba't nasa katawan ako ng isang babae? Ganon. Kung ano yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. Yan, to understand more, let's proceed with the different types of gender para mas maintindihan natin kung ano ba yung gender identity, sexual orientation, pinagkaiba ng sex sa gender. Types of gender, number 1, heterosexual. Pag sinabing hetero, different, yan, ayun yung palatandaan. A person with this gender inclined to be sexually attracted to a person of the opposite sex. Meaning, ito yung mga lalaki nagkakagusto sa opposite niya na babae, babae na nagkakagusto sa lalaki. Yun yung heterosexual. Easy. Number 2 is homosexual. Homo means the same. So, it is a person that is sexually, romantically, emotionally attracted to the same sex. Now, under ng homosexual, we have lesbian and gay. Na kapag yung babae na-attract sa babae, yun ay lesbian. A woman who is emotionally, romantically, sexually attracted to other women. Next naman sa gay, parang ganun din. A man who is emotionally, romantically, sexually attracted to other men. Bisexual, a person that is sexually, emotionally, and romantically attracted to two sexes. Meaning, na-attract siya sa straight na lalaki at na-attract siya sa straight na babae. Yun yung bisexual. 4. Asexual. Totally incapable of being attracted to any sex. Meaning ng asexual, hindi siya na-attract sa kahit na anuman. Kahit kanino. 5 is polysexual or queer. Attracted to multiple types of gender. Example, na-attract siya sa bisexual, na-attract siya sa gay, na-attract siya sa straight. Yun yung polysexual or queer. Na-attract sa multiple types of gender. Number 6 is pansexual. Accommodates all types of gender. Kung kanina sa queer is na-attract lang sa multiple types, ngayon, ang pinagkaiba niya sa pansexual is lahat ng types of gender na-attract siya doon. There are people whose gender identities do not match on their biological identity as male or female. Yung gender identity ulit kung ano yung tingin sa sarili nila. These people classify themselves as transgender. Pag sinabing transgender, kunyari, ikaw, lalaki, pero tingin mo talaga dapat sa sarili mo ay babae. Yun yung transgender. Their sexual orientation is not related to their genitalia, which allows them to identify with other type of gender. Under this category are people who allow themselves as transsexual. These individuals believe that the discord between their internal gender and the gender role that they have to perform can be addressed through medical sexual reassignment. Pag transsexual naman, meron na tayong sexual reassignment or nagpapalit na ng ari. Yun yung transsexual. May nangyari ng operasyon. Okay. Now, let's proceed to another. Kanina natapos na tayo sa social differences. Next is political identity. Refers to the set of attitudes and practices that an individual adheres to in relation to political systems and actors within his or her society. Pag sinabing political identity, kung ano yung katayuan niya, kunyari yung mga mayor, yung kapitan, yun yung political identity. Ano yung identity nila sa political system. Okay? And that's it. We learned that cultural variation, social differences, and identities are the reasons of human variation. Now that we know that we have differences in many aspects or in any aspects, hindi lahat ng tao sasang-ayon sa'yo. Hindi lahat ay katulad mo. And we need to understand that fact. We need to open our minds to understand, appreciate, respect, and listen to them. Kahit anong gender pa yan, kahit anong katayuan sa buhay, kahit anong itsura, kung wala namang ginagawang masama, appreciate and respect them. But be careful, not everything we see needs to be trusted. Ika nga na kahit asin na pagkakamalang asukal, kaya ingat. Another thing is give time to appreciate yourself. Diba nga, iba-iba tayo. Ibig sabihin, you are unique. And you just need to be yourself. Embrace the things that makes your uniqueness. Then someday, you will notice that you don't need to be insecure. And that's all. Bye-bye and peace.